fourth suspect is arrested in connection to a Payne County homicide last month. Stillwater residents get ready for the Remember the 10 run, and a man is ripped from his seat on a United flight. This is Bullet Broadcast. And welcome back to another episode of Bullet Broadcast. I'm Sam Stockard. Our first story this morning, 26-year-old Storm Fields was arrested for accessory after the fact in the murder of Michael Hamilton. OSBI special agents said they arrested Fields in Ponca City. Fields is the girlfriend of Greg Gard, one of the three men arrested for Hamilton's murder. According to OSBI, Fields cleaned the crime scene and disposed of items. Hamilton was murdered in his Stillwater home on March 28th, and his body was discovered in a fire in Payne County the next morning. In national news, last Friday, the U.S. retaliated against the Syrian chemical attack that took place early last week. The Secretary of Defense, James Mattis, said that the airstrike of 59 Tomahawk missiles destroyed 20% of the Syrian government's aircrafts. After the attack, the Russian government, among others, denounced the attack and claimed it was a violation of international law. Tensions are high between Russia and the U.S., and Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is currently in Russia discussing the rising tensions, among other topics. But Russia isn't the U.S.'s only concern. North Korea has been testing missiles out for the last couple weeks. After several of these missiles took place, the U.S. dispatched an aircraft carrier strike group in the sea near North Korea. Japan is also preparing to send several warships to join the U.S. ships amidst the growing threat. President Donald Trump talked with Chinese President Xi Jinping on Wednesday morning, with Xi saying that they are willing to work with the U.S. to end North Korea's nuclear weapons program, but want to do it through a more peaceful means. On Tuesday, United Airlines was all the internet could talk about after a video surfaced showing a doctor being dragged off the plane. The airline had overbooked the flight, and all of the passengers were already seated when United realized they needed to put 4 employees on the flight in order to get them to another city for a different flight. The passengers were all asked if anybody would be willing to give up their seats for the 4 employees. When nobody volunteered, security stepped in and ordered 4 people off the flight. It was then that passenger, Dr. David Dow, refused to leave the flight and was forcibly removed. Since then, United Airlines CEO Oscar Muraz has apologized, saying, quote, "I continue to be disturbed by what has happened on this flight, and I deeply apologize to the customer forcibly removed and to all other customers on board. No one should ever be mistreated this way," unquote. Since the incident, it has been revealed that the flight was not actually overbooked. Dr. Dow has yet to make a statement about the incident. In more local news, Stillwater and OSU prepare for the 11th annual Remember the 10 run this weekend. The run began in 2007 to celebrate and honor the lives of 10 men's basketball members who died in a plane crash in Colorado in 2001. According to its website, gifts and fees from participants are used to put on the race and donated to Oklahoma State's counseling services. The Remember the 10 run is held every third Saturday in April. This year, the run will be April 15th, with the first race starting at 9 a.m. near Boone Pickens Stadium. Stillwater continues to battle water issues around the city. We sent Austin Fontenot to find out the latest.
I'm sure with the recent water issues here locally, you have been left to question what is really going on. I recently paid a visit to city management to find out more.
Here in the municipal building, I sat down with Water Resource Director Bill Millis to discuss the city's recent water problems.
Recent events with the disinfection of our water were caused by an equipment failure in the ammonia injection equipment at the water plant, and that required us to switch from our normal method of disinfection, which is chloramines, temporarily to free chlorine as a disinfection method.
Millis explained that they are currently running a number of tests to ensure the best quality water.
Going an extensive flushing program to accomplish the switch from chloramines to free chlorine and to ensure that we get proper residuals throughout the system.
I also sat down with the Director of Marketing and Public Relations, Sherry Fletcher.
And whenever there's an issue with, the public safety or public health, the City of Stillwater does everything it can to make sure that we're open and transparent with the public. So information was immediately posted on the city's website, and we share this on social media.
Fletcher discussed the role she plays in communicating with the public about the recent problems.
A lot of information has been shared with the public so that they can make informed decisions. The water was always safe. There was never an issue with it not complying with DEQ or the EPA. So we've done a really thorough job of getting that information out to the public so that they understand.
For Bullet Broadcast, I'm Austin Fontenot.
Keep you updated with developments as they occur. You might have heard about traditional Panhellenic Greek organizations on campus, but what about the National Panhellenic Council? The NPHC is an organization of 9 historically African-American international Greek lettered fraternities and sororities known as the Divine Nine. Omega Psi Phi is one of them.
February 20th, 1980, the Omicron Lambda chapter of Omega Psi Phi was established on the campus of Oklahoma State University.
What we're here is to be the people's champ and at least be friends with everybody. So our motto is friendship is essential to the soul. We're here to get to know everybody, get to know people on campus, and as always, just be a voice for the black community here. Some of the stuff we did for Omega Week, for one, we talked to little kids, which was very interesting. Then you got lucky to talk to the young kids. We got the very energetic and active kids, and we got to read to them and just have a good time with the kids and get to know them a little more. And moving forward, we put on a nice little event for everybody to come out and talk and express their feelings again. We want to be the voice for the black community, and if not just the black community, but hopefully move forward and progress to the Oklahoma State community and at least the Stillwater community at the end of the day, and continue to live up to the motto and the ideals that our founders have put together in place of manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift.
April 3rd through 9th, Oklahoma State celebrated Omega Week. Omega Week is a celebration and informational week for the fraternity Omega Psi Phi.
Specifically, the Omicron Lambda chapter of Omega Psi Phi was established here at Oklahoma State University, February 20th, 1980. Since then, we've just been doing different things to uplift the campus, whether that means hosting events, like Matt said before, going to the daycare to read to kids, or even grilling chicken, frying chicken, and also having talent showcases for the students here. So we just look for opportunities to make OSU a better campus for everyone anytime we feel like we can. We do a lot with the rest of NPHC. We do a lot of joint events with the Deltas. Just last week, as part of Omega Week, we held a Know Your Rights event for people to come kind of know how to handle themselves in legal situations or situations where they're not so informed about their rights. So that they know how to handle it. As far as getting involved with Omega, anyone who's interested can speak to me, Matt, Kirk, or Albert, or any person of Omega that they know, and just get in touch with the chapter here, and we'll let you know the next steps to becoming a man of Omega.
For Bullet Broadcast, I'm Delaney Kelly.
Thanks, Delaney. Oklahoma State has chapters for all 9 fraternities and sororities. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live to be over 100? How about 109? A play in Stillwater tells the story of 5 centenarians of Oklahoma who share their secrets to long life.
The 100-Year Life on Stage is about 5 centenarians in Oklahoma, 4 of which are still alive today and are ages from 103 to 109. What's their secret? Let's find out.
The 100-Year Life on Stage was created between Edmond Lowe Library Oral History Department, the OSU Theater Department, and the OSU HDFS Gerontology Program. Written and directed by Julie Pearson Little Thunder and co-partnered with Alex Bishop. Bishop led interviews with over 60 centenarians in Oklahoma about 6 years ago.
And I said, we should go after centenarians and collect the oral histories, and that's kind of how it got started, and combine, our methodologies.
Using these interviews, they were able to use direct dialogue of 5 centenarians themselves, creating this project.
Around 2,000 pounds of hamburger meat every week. Those football boys at OU, I cut every steak that they ate.
Those centenarians each lived a very impactful life. Homer Vance Trimble at 104.
I had actually gone to OSU when it was Oklahoma A&M College. I became a journalist and was a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, and I had some really great, really cool life experiences.
Australia Hobson at 103.
They made it to Oklahoma. If they hadn't, there wouldn't have been no Papa.
Delmar Hopkins at 109.
He's very outspoken and outgoing, and he's just a fun, cool guy, actually.
Elizabeth Hammer at 104.
Mom was Cherokee. Her father's parents were on the Trail of Tears as teenagers.
And William Fred Scott, who passed away at 103.
He was a real blue-collar worker. He spent all of his time in the field.
As well as 2 other cast members who played more fictional roles as the Rider and as Luck.
You might have 60 years to go. Pick a card. Who are you?
Bishop said the purpose of this play was to fuse humanities and creativity to impact the beliefs and feelings of its audience towards aging and aging adults. The audience was asked to fill out a survey about their feelings and beliefs before and after the play. As for their secrets to success, they said exercise, work, being an inspiration for people, and love were all things that are helping them live this long.
Well, I tell you what to do. You whistle or sing every day before noon, and I guarantee you will have a good day.
The performance took place in the new Human Sciences building, and the second performance was in the Stillwater Library. Now Bishop is hoping to find even the slightest changes in their audience's behaviors, and some cast members dream about meeting their centenarians.
So, I'd say, Vance, if you're still out there, thanks for the awesome story that you've lived.
With Bullet Broadcast, I'm Allie Bond.
To listen to these stories or 55 others like theirs, you can visit the OSU Library website. And now Montel VDOT joins us for another sports recap. How you doing, Montel?
I'm good today, Sam. Okay, so I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but please tell me Cowboy Nation is ecstatic about the return of Jeffrey Carroll. I mean, come on. On April 7th, the junior announced his comeback to college basketball via Twitter, saying, quote, 2 weeks ago, I decided to take another step toward my childhood dream and test the waters of the NBA draft. To say the least, I was overwhelmed by the support of the Oklahoma State family that day. It's been 2 weeks of soul searching on my part, and through it all, I kept coming back to one conclusion. We have unfinished business here in Stillwater. Me and my brothers in that locker room have lofty goals, and I want to be there to help lead us to those goals. I'm excited to announce that I will be returning for my senior season, and I can't wait to get Gallagher Arena rocking again. The senior will be looking to improve his senior season as he did the previous year, jumping from 8.2 points per game his sophomore year to 17.5 his junior year. After losing someone like Juwan Evans, returning Carroll isn't such a bad idea, especially when he's the returning points per game leader in the Big 12. Also, something else to look for in the future is the Cowboy football spring game. Yes, we have gone way too long without some football action. We must see stuff like this. And like this. Oh, and you can't forget about this. The game will be played at 1 p.m. on this upcoming Saturday in Boone-Pickens Stadium. The game, of course, will be open to the public. Another place you may want to head to this weekend is the Michael and Ann Greenwood Tennis Center. Men's and women's tennis will be host to Tulsa and Oklahoma, where both programs will be celebrating senior night. The Cowboys are now up to 5th in the ITA rankings, while the Cowgirls have jumped up to 8th. For the times, men's tennis will start at 3 p.m., and the girls will start at 5 p.m. Be sure to go out and support both programs as they look to send off their seniors with the appropriate farewell. Well, that is all the time I have for you guys today. Be sure to catch me on the next episode of Bullet Broadcast. Sam?
Thanks, Montel. That's all the time we have for this week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sam Stockard.
And I'm Montel VDOT.
And we'll see you next week on Bullet Broadcast.